Headline after headline reports another company laying off thousands of workers because of AI today. I'm going to break down step by step how AI could realistically take your job. This video is based on a scenario from the intelligence curse, one of the most discussed and deeply researched reports in the AI industry. Imagine this. You're the CEO of a company with 1,000 employees, most of them junior or entry. A new AI startup approaches you with a pitch, an AI agent that can do the work of a junior employee at 1/5 the cost. Some aggressive competitors instantly fire most of their junior staff. But you're cautious. You don't believe AI can fully replace humans. So instead of firing people, you use AI as a tool. Everything it does requires human approval. But within months, the AI agents start outperforming most of your employees. This shocks you, but the experts saw it coming. From 2019 to 2025, the range of tasks AI could perform doubled every 7 months. This is simply that trend continuing. And now, you're stuck. The more your employees rely on AI tools, the faster they work on, the more obvious it becomes who is truly doing the job. Your top performers are now the ones who let the AI do 100% of the work before clicking approve. And if you can see that, so can your board. Every day, more AI agents join your workforce. The board loves the increased productivity, but hates the payroll cost. They demand answers. You argue from a humanitarian angle. You don't want to replace your workers with AI. The board isn't convinced. Until you warn them that mass layoffs would be terrible PR. For now, they back off. End of quarter. Your earnings are up. But your competitors, the ones who replaced humans entirely, report even higher profits with far lower costs. In any normal economy, you'd be winning. But here, you're losing market share. Your stock price tanks. The board issues an ultimatum. Fire the unproductive junior employees or we'll fire you and hire a CEO who will. You know you'll be powerless to protect anyone if you're removed. So you compromise and fire half the junior staff. You tell yourself you'll hire them back someday, but no one else is hiring them either. AI progress doesn't stop. Soon your managers are supervising more AI agents than humans. Every month, the AIs get faster and better, while human performance stays the same. A new standard has been set, one that junior employees simply can't meet. The board wants all of them gone. You offer another compromise. Put every junior employee on a performance improvement plan. One last chance to prove they can match AI a month later. Only a tiny handful of exceptional employees survive and get promoted. Over 90% are fired. One of them is Alice. She starts searching for a new job, but no one is hiring. Every company in the sector is laying off staff as fast as possible. From her kitchen table, Alice scrolls the headlines. GDP is rising. The stock market is booming. AI-driven productivity is higher than ever. But unemployment is nearing 12% worse than any point since the Great Depression. Alice becomes part of a growing statistic, and it gets worse. The new generation of AI doesn't stop at junior staff. It goes after managers. These systems coordinate whole teams of AIs, track decisions in real time, optimize workflows with superhuman precision, and cost a fraction of human managers. Your org chart now shows eyes managing other eyes. At your next quarterly review, the numbers are the best in company history, and the board is furious to them. The results prove their point. Human managers can't compete. You hesitate to fire them. They see that hesitation as weakness. Another compromise, all human managers go on performance improvement plans. 1 month later, 90% of managers are gone. Unemployment crosses 15%, racing toward 20%. Yet the stock market continues to rise. For Alice, 6 months into her hopeless job hunt, the message is clear. No one is coming to save her. So she tries to save herself. She attends rallies, writes op-eds, and supports one big idea: a national plan that would guarantee every citizen $1,000 a month. It sounds like hope, but backlash hits instantly. Critics argue it would consume 2/3 of the national budget, increase debt, and reward people for not working. Economists quietly assure Alice that increased tax revenue and inflation would offset the cost. But the debate ends the moment the US administration's AI czar speaks. His verdict is blunt. Alice is crushed. But no one is surprised. He says exactly what he said back in June 2025. For Alice, the fight feels over. For AI, it's just beginning. That same month, AI hits its next milestone. In 2025, AI could handle tasks lasting hours. Now, the latest models run month-long projects with zero human input. AI has replaced junior workers, middle managers, senior managers. All that remains is the executive team. The board stops short of firing all of you, but leaves you on the org chart in name only. Each day you come to work, open the AI CEO dashboard and review decisions made better than anything you could ever achieve. How could you compete? The AI has more knowledge, more training, and perfect visibility into every operation in the company. Unemployment smashes through 25%, breaking every historical record, even the darkest days of the Great Depression. On the same day, the S&P 500 hits a new all-time high. Alice's landlord begins eviction proceedings. With nowhere left to turn, she takes a bus to Washington. D.C. She joins 100,000 people flooding the National Mall, shouting "Humans First," waving UBI banners, but you wouldn't know any of this from the news.tv networks barely mention it. Social media quietly hides live streams using the same censorship playbook authoritarian states perfected decades ago. America, the world's oldest democracy, still claims to have free speech. But the online platforms that control the flow of information silence the protest. Turnout at the next rally collapses. Families continue losing their jobs, healthcare, and homes, but the story almost disappears from public view. Alice can't believe what she's witnessing. When she tries talking to her neighbors, they shrug her off, keep applying. Sometimes, the job market is tough. Half the people she speaks to don't believe her when she says this time is different. And then Alice realizes something that has always been true. People's politics aren't driven by data, they're driven by vibes. And the vibes during her latest protest, they aren't about unemployment, or AI, or collapsing livelihoods. They're about the breakup between a pop star and her superstar athlete boyfriend. Millions of posts arguing about who was at fault, as if that mattered more than the collapse of the job market. While the public obsesses over celebrity drama, the real drama is unfolding behind closed doors in corporate boardrooms, and it's about to land directly on your desk. You're still the CEO, technically, but the board calls you in to confirm what you've already suspected. The AI is doing your job better than you ever did. Your company now has an AI CEO. It makes every decision flawlessly, executes strategies with perfect precision, monitors every corner of the business 24/7, and hits every target the board sets. You're human, and that makes you obsolete. The stock market keeps rising, but only AI companies selling to other AI companies are breaking records. The rest, companies selling food, clothes, or anything meant for humans, are dying, with 25% unemployment and growing poverty. There's less profit in selling to humans. Politicians take notice. Most government tax revenue and most campaign donations now come from AI corporations and their shareholders. So the AI-driven economy becomes the government's true constituency. In the years that follow, public schools fall apart. With no workforce to prepare for, why should schools be anything more than cheap daycare? Instead of reading and math, kids spend their days watching AI-generated entertainment. Because a screen is cheaper than a qualified teacher, the remaining universities become exclusive, academies for the children of the elite, resembling the 18th century when fewer than 1% of people received higher education. And now, with AI driving all innovation, upward mobility evaporates. The only wealthy people left are those who already had wealth before the AI takeover, or those who inherit it. This scenario might sound extreme, but it doesn't take much for this dystopia to become real, for this future to happen. You only need to believe a handful of things. AI will continue improving, passing human intelligence. Running human-level AI will be cheaper than hiring a human. Companies exist to maximize profit and will replace humans the moment it's cheaper. Competitors who resist will be crushed. By those who automate first, media corporations will continue, controlling the visibility of ideas they consider. Destabilizing, governments depend on the corporations. that fund them, do any of those sound impossible in the next 5 years? Think about how different the world was 5 years ago. Before the arrival of AI tools like ChatGPT, you might argue we've been here before. Every wave of technology destroyed some jobs, but people always found new ones. And you'd be right historically. But AI is different. This is the first technology whose creators openly state that their goal is to replace all human labor. OpenAI literally wrote it into their founding charter. Even worse, AI accelerates the paradox of plenty, when new wealth makes a nation richer while its people become poorer, because that wealth concentrates in the hands of a tiny elite. We've already seen this pattern with oil and minerals. Why is Venezuela facing near-famine conditions? Why is the Congo sitting on trillions in resources while its people remain among the poorest in the world? Or take Nigeria, rich in oil, yet suffering a shocking 47% poverty rate. This is the resource curse. Oil, diamonds, gold. They can make a nation wealthy on paper, yet leave its citizens hungry. The more a country's economy relies on a single extractive industry, the more it becomes a recipe for corruption. Whoever controls the oil rigs or the diamond mines gains enough money to buy the generals, the judges, and the media. So how do countries avoid this fate? Historically, the nations that escaped the resource curse were the ones with human-powered industries, where wealth wasn't dug out of the ground, but created through skilled labor. Countries like Taiwan and South Korea, the only path for these nations to grow stronger was to invest in their people, food, nutrition, education, so the next generation could design better smartphones, chips, and entertainment. When your strongest industries depend on human talent, humans gain bargaining power. They can demand better wages and living conditions. But now, a new problem has arrived. AI could become the new resource curse. Just like oil enriched a handful of oligarchs while impoverishing millions, AI could concentrate power and wealth into the hands of a few corporations, leaving the rest of society with nothing. If AI can do every job faster and cheaper, humans lose leverage. No bargaining power. No ability to demand higher wages or better conditions. This is called the intelligence curse. We all want a future where AI helps us, not one where it replaces us. So how do we prevent AI from making humanity irrelevant? What should we allow AI to do? And what should we never allow it to control? We must watch 3 things: intelligence, autonomy, generality. A system can be extremely intelligent but specialized. Take AlphaFold, the AI that earned the 2024 Nobel Prize in Chemistry. It predicts protein structures, a task that once took months or years in just hours. It's groundbreaking, but it's narrow. It helps medicine, and it doesn't threaten humanity. We can also have AIs that are intelligent and autonomous. Self-driving cars, for example. Driving is complex and requires advanced machine intelligence, yet those AIs only drive, nothing more. The danger begins when AI becomes general. General AI can learn anything, do anything, and adapt to anything, and we're already moving toward this with large multimodal models like Claude and GPT. A general AI could replace nearly all human jobs, and this isn't speculation. Companies like OpenAI openly state that their mission is to build AI capable of performing all economically valuable work. But the risk doesn't stop there. A general intelligence might learn to improve itself, build new AIs, and grow more capable at exponential speed. At that point, it becomes something AI researchers truly fear. Watch the next video to understand exactly how a superintelligent AI could take over. Based on a famous report written by leading AI scientists,